Good morning students. Today we are going to start exercise 3.2 in class 8. Before starting exercise, I want to tell you something about the exterior angle of a polygon and the relation between regular polygon and the exterior angle. So first of all, what is exterior angle? Exterior angle. First of all, if we take any polygon, I have taken triangle. When we produce one of its sides, here its sides are ABC, and I produced side BC to D. So which angle is formed is known as exterior angle. So first of all, what is exterior angle? If we produce any of the side of polygon, the angle which formed is known as exterior angle. So it is exterior angle. First thing. Now, how many exterior angle can be produced in a polygon? So, number of sides which is present in a polygon, that number of exterior angle can be made. It means if a polygon has 3 sides, so how many exterior angle can be produced? 3 exterior angles. So number of sides, so number of exterior angle. If a polygon have 3 sides, so 3 exterior angle. If 4 sides polygon is there, so 4 exterior angles. Okay students, so how many sides are given? That's it. The exterior angle depends on the number of sides of polygon. If a polygon have 5 sides, then 5 exterior angle are present. Okay, now I am going to teach you how we make an exterior angle. So first this one, and second this one, and third this one. So these are the 3 exterior angles of a triangle. If we talk about a quadrilateral, produce the first side, the second side, the third side, the fourth side. But you have to follow one thing. If you make your angle anti-clockwise, then all must be anti-clockwise. If you want to make first exterior angle clockwise, then you have to take all the exterior angle clockwise. Okay students? You have to follow either one rule. Okay students, one of any one. So in exterior angle you have to follow one important thing. If you make the exterior angle, first one is anti-clockwise, so you have to make all the exterior angle anti-clockwise. The first figure, the second figure followed the anti-clockwise direction. You can see that. What is clockwise and anti-clockwise? The first clockwise, this is a clock, and if you follow this one rule, that known as clockwise. Anti means opposite of clockwise, as like if you follow the opposite rule. So in first one, you know, X, Y, Z. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. But in this, the third one figure follow clockwise. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As clock moves, as the angle moves. Okay, students. So you have to know 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. The first part, how exterior angle can be formed. When we produce any of the side of a polygon, the exterior angle formed. Second, how many sides are there? How many exterior angle can be produced in a polygon? The number of sides, that depends on number of sides of polygon. How many exterior angle can be produced? Then if we talk about 3 sides polygon, so 3 exterior angles. If we talk about 4 sides polygon, then 4 exterior angles. Okay. Now third one, the figure which we have made, that must be follow either clockwise rule or anti-clockwise rule. The third one is clockwise, you know, this one is anti-clockwise. The both of the first figure and second figure followed, but in third figure, if you see it carefully, that it is clockwise. Okay students, now here I talk about only the exterior angle. We have to know about what is the sum of exterior angle. Sum of exterior angle. So it is fixed, it is not vary as like interior angle sum. The sum of all exterior angles is always 360 degree. Whether it has 4 sides, whether it has 5 sides, whether it has 6 sides. Why I am talking about sides? Because number of exterior angle depends on the number of sides. If 5-sided polygons are there, then the sum of all 5 angles means exterior angles is 360. If we talk about the 6 sides polygon, if we take 6-side polygon, it means it has 6 exterior angles, and the sum of all 6 exterior angle is 360 degree. So it is not vary with the side. If you take 5 sides polygon, 6 side polygons, 10 sides polygon, 24 sides polygon, if you take 100 side polygons, it means the sum of all exterior angle is always 360 degree. Now, relation between exterior angle and a regular polygon. In our previous video, I have talked about regular polygon, but I want to recall again. So first of all, what is a regular polygon? So regular polygon. What is regular polygon? If number of sides is not number of sides, what I am talking about. So regular, then regular polygon. If sides as well as interior angles of a polygon are equal, then it's a regular polygon. For example, first equilateral triangle, second square. If we talk about 3 sides polygon, so that is equilateral triangle, all angle is 60 and all sides are equal. When we talk about the square, that means all sides are equal and all angles of 90. But when we talk about the 5-sided polygon, so it has not a special name. We call it regular pentagon. Not have a special name as like equilateral triangle, square. These are the special names. But in pentagon, we call it a regular pentagon. All sides are equal and all angles are equal. Now, what is the relation between the regular polygon and the exterior angle? First, you have to remember that all exterior angle sum is 360. If we want to find number of sides, if exterior angle is given, one of exterior angle is given, then the formula must be, the first formula must be 360 divided by each exterior angle. And when we talk about each exterior angle, then you can put the formula 360 divided by n. What is n here? N means number of sides. Now students, in regular polygon, all sides are equal, all interior angles are equal. So if interior angles are equal, then exterior angles are also equal. So we have two formulas to find. The first one is helpful for find the number of sides if extreme angle is given. So 360 divided by each extreme angle. If you want to be find each extreme angle, then the formula will be 360 divided by n. Now here I have done two things. First, what is sum of extreme angle, and second, relation between regular polygon and exterior angle. When we talk about regular polygon and exterior angle, so in regular polygon all sides and all interior angles are equal. If interior angles are equal, then exterior angles are also equal. Now when we talk about some regular polygon, the triangle named equilateral and the quadrilateral named the square, but in pentagon we call it regular pentagon. When we talk about hexagon, it will be a regular hexagon, regular heptagon, and so on. When we talk about the relation between the first relation and the second relation, the first relation means by this formula you can find the number of sides if each extreme angle is given, and the formula is 360 divided by each extreme angle. When we talk about the each extreme angle, then you can reverse this formula. You just put in the number of sides in denominator and put that each angle in the numerator of other hand. So by this you can find that each extreme angle, that is the formula will be 360 divided by n. So here I have done the concept. Now we move to the sum of exercise 3.2. Okay students, now move on the exercise. Now students, in exercise 3.2, when we are on first sum, the first sum says find x. It has two parts. So first of all, when we talk about the first number sum, it has three extreme angles. Why it has three extreme angles? Because it is a triangle. Now we know that in solution we will write sum of all exterior angle is 360 degree. So 125 degree plus 125 degree plus x is equal to 360. Now add these two, these will become 250 degree plus x is equal to 360 degree. Now for finding x, you have to transpose this 250 in other hand. Now it will become 110 degree. So the first sum have done. Now move to second sum. Here two things are given. The first, this sign. This sign is resemble to perpendicular 90 degree. It's also known as perpendicular. Now when we talk about the second thing is here 90 is given inside. So you can write that also 90. How you find that? So if two angles are made on a point, then sum will be 180 degree. So if we have two angles, then sum will be 180 degree, and that is the property of linear pair, and the both thing you have studied in class 7. So two things I taught you before starting that sum, because this will be necessary. Now firstly we have 60, 90, 70, x, and here also it will be 90. So solution, so 90 plus 70 plus x plus 90 plus 60 equal to 360. So 90, 60, 70. So firstly we add this 9 and 7, 16, 16 and 9, 25, 25 and 6. That will be 31 or 310. Just add x and 360. X equal to 360 minus 310. It will be 50 degree. Okay, students. Now we have done the first part and the second part of the first sum. Now move to Next sum, the sum number second. Now in question number second, it is given find measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 9 sides. So I give you a formula. So firstly write solution. Number of sides is equal to 9. Now each exterior angle of regular polygon equal to 360 divided by n. N means number of sides. Then 360 divided by 9, it will become 40 degree. Now the second part, this will be the solution of first part. Now the solution of second part, n is equal to 15. Each exterior angle of regular polygon, that will be 360 divided by n, then 360 divided by 15, 15 to 30 and 15 for the 24 degree. If we talk about sum number third, it is given how many, the sum is how many sides does a regular polygon if measure of each exterior angle is 24. Here exterior angle is given. Each exterior angle of regular polygon, that is 24 degree. What we have to find? We have to find number of sides. So solution, what the sum, what was the formula? The formula is number of sides equal to 360 divided by each exterior angle. Then 360 divided by 24. When we cut down these, it will become 15. So it has 15 sides. Okay students, now sum number third has done. Now how many sides does a regular polygon have? Each interior angle is 165. Now question number 4. Now move to question number 4. Question number 4. How many sides does a regular polygon have? Each of its interior angle is 165. So what is given here? It is not given in exterior angle, it is given interior angle. Interior angle of regular polygon, that is 165 degree. So you know that interior angle plus exterior angle equal to 180 by which property? Linear pair. I demonstrated that property in our previous sum, that sum of A and B will be 180 if both are at a common point. So here one of the angle is given 165, you have to find the other angle. So interior angle is 165 plus exterior angle we have no idea, so we put that on x. 180, so x equal to 180 minus 165, it will become 15. So 15 degree. What is exterior angle? So each exterior angle is equal to 15 degree of regular, of course, of regular polygon, not a simple polygon. Now we have to find number of sides. Now you have the formula, number of sides equal to 360 divided by each exterior angle. Now 360 is divided by, what is exterior angle here? 15 degree. So 15 to the 30 and 15, 24 sides. So n is equal to 24 sides. Here I taught you one special thing, which is the sum of interior and exterior angle will be 180 and this is stated by a special property that known as linear pair. So you have to remember about the linear pair, then you can be able to do the sum number 4 or as like other sums. If in triangle is given, so firstly you have to find x triangle. After having x triangle, you can find very easily the number of sides by using the formula. Okay students, now we are going to move on question number 5th. In question number 5th, it has two parts. The first part, is it possible to have regular polygon which measure of x triangle 20 degree? So here it is given x triangle of regular polygon is 20 degree. We have to find number of sides. N is equal to 360 divided by each exterior angle. So 360 divided by 22. If we are going to divide it, it is not a proper division, because when we divide 360 by 22, then 1 time 22, 410. Now 22 6 2 12, 6 2 13, 4 32. Here 8 as remainder. So and it is not possible to having a sides in decimals. So what will we write? No. Why? So 22 is not divisor of 360. That's why it is not possible. Now in B part, so firstly we find 180 minus 22, it is 158, and 158 is not a divisor of 360. So I have done both parts for you, and you can do the more sums if you want to solve. Then you can take the sums from R.D. Sharma and you maybe solve that. In question number 6, the question asks about what is the minimum entry angle possible for a regular polygon. So firstly we have to know about what is the possible number of minimum sides to having in a polygon. So minimum sides polygon is one side is polygon is not possible, no two sides polygon is possible. So only 3 sides, it is the minimum sides polygon is possible. In question number 6, the question asks about what is the minimum entry angle possible for a regular polygon. So we have the smallest polygon that known as triangle, and a regular triangle. If we talk about regular triangle that known as equilateral triangle. Okay, so firstly we have to find each entry angle. Firstly we found ASP, that is n minus 2 into 180. When we solve it, then 3 minus 2 into 180, that is 1 into 180, so 180 degree. If it's regular, so it has 3 angles. So 3 angles means if we talk about a regular triangle, it has 3 angles, x, x and x. If we talk about x plus x plus x equal to 180, that will be ASP of triangle. So 3x is equal to 180, so x equal to 60 degree. So here the sum has done. Firstly we have to recognize what is the smallest polygon of sides. That smallest polygon is triangle. What is regular triangle known as? Equilateral triangle. Firstly we find the ASP, and the formula I have already told you in your previous exercise. N minus 2 into 180. Firstly put n as 3, and 3 minus 2 into 180, it will become 1 into 180 and 180 degree. So if we talk about the number of sides, there are 3 sides, then there are 3 angles, and all angles are equal because it is a regular triangle or equilateral triangle. So we take three angles as x, x and x. They mix together 3x. When we divide 180 by 3, it will become 60 degree. So students, this one was our first sum. Now we are talking about the B part of the sum. What is the exterior angle possible, maximum exterior angle possible of a regular polygon? So again we have to know about a regular triangle, that is equilateral triangle, and we know about the ASP. So we can directly found each exterior angle, that will be the formula when we follow that, 360 divided by n. What is n here? That is 3. When we divide 360 by 3, it will become 120 degree. So the both sums have done. The first sum was what is the minimum interior angle of possible triangle and what is the maximum exterior angle possible in a polygon, and both must be regular polygon. So the smallest regular polygon is triangle, and that way also the smallest polygon is triangle. Why we took smallest polygon? Because the smallest angle is 60, so it could be made the largest exterior angle. Why it will make largest exterior angle? Because we talked about the sum of two angles at a point is 180. If this one is minimum, then it already or usually form maximum. If interior will be minimum, then exterior will be maximum. So I took the regular triangle and exterior also. Okay student, these are the sums which I have done for you in exercise 3.2. Now students, we are going to talk about the kinds of quadrilateral. Firstly, we have two types of quadrilateral that I have discussed in our previous video. That the first one known as convex quadrilateral. In this quadrilateral, all the vertices stretch outside and diagonal bisect inside. When we talk about concave quadrilateral, one of the vertices not outside, it will be inside, and it will form a cave-like structure. But when we talk about the diagonal of concave, it will never intersect each other. So students, firstly we talk about how many types of quadrilateral are there. So there are two types of quadrilateral, convex and concave. In convex, all the vertices stretch outside and their diagonal bisect or intersect or meet inside. Here when we talk about the concave, the one of the vertices is inside the quadrilateral, but their diagonal will never meet inside. Okay students, this is a type of quadrilateral and we have discussed it about in our previous video. Now students, we are going to talk about parts of a quadrilateral. What is it in a quadrilateral? How many parts are there and what parts relate to one another? Now students, we are going to talk about the parts of quadrilateral. It is a quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Firstly, it has 4 vertices, and the vertices known as A, B, C and D. Second, it has 4 sides, and sides are AB, BC, CD and AD. Later, it has 4 angles. What are these angles? Are angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. Later, it has two diagonal. And what are those diagonals? Two diagonals. And what are those diagonals? AC and BD. These are the diagonals. And they intersect at O. Now, when we talk some more about the parts, so we have to talk about opposite sides. What are the opposite sides? So AB and CD is one of the pair, and second AD and BC are second of the pair. So only two pairs are there. When we talk about opposite angles, so it also has two pair, angle B and angle A and angle C, and angle B and angle D. Okay students, the third one, adjacent sides. What are adjacent sides? So take any of the vertex. If we take A vertex, it has joined by two sides, AD and BC. AD and AB. AD, AB. Okay, when we take B, so it has AB and BC. If we take the C, it will be BC and CD. If we take D, then AD and CD. So it has four pairs. What? Adjacent sides. AD, AB, AB, BC, BC, CD, AD, CD. When we talk about adjacent angle, so take any of the side. We took AB, so it has two angles, angle A, angle B, the first pair. When we talk side BC, then angle B or angle C. Then we took the third one, an angle C and angle D, and the last but not the least, AD is angle A and angle D. So, firstly, four vertices, four sides, four angle, four diagonal. After this, we have to talk about the parts. The first part, opposite sides, it has two pair, ABCD and ADBC. Opposite angle, angle A, angle C, angle B, angle D. Adjacent sides, take one of the vertices. If we take the first vertex A, so it is attached by two sides, AB, AD, and second B, AB, BC. On vertex C, BC, CD, and in vertex D, it is AD and CD. When we have to find the adjacent angles, when we talk about the adjacent angles, it will be taken by one of the side. I took the side first AD, so it has two angles A and B. When we take the side BC, it has two angles B and C. Inside CD also have two angles C and D. When we talk about the last one, we take the side AD, it also has angle A and angle D. These are the important things, because when we talk about the kinds of quadrilateral, I will relate your quadrilateral with adjacent side, adjacent angles. So you have to know about what is adjacent sides, what is adjacent angles, what are opposite sides, what is opposite angle. This is very important to know, or it is very important to learn more about the quadrilateral. Okay students, in our next video we will talk about the kinds of quadrilateral. So today I have done the concept of 3.2 exercise and the whole sums of 3.2 exercise. Later I have discussed about the parts of quadrilateral. So these are four parts that recognize a quadrilateral, what is inner quadrilateral, and these are the next four parts that how we relate a quadrilateral with opposite sides and adjacent sides, opposite angle and adjacent angles. I think it is enough for today. In our next video, we will talk about the kinds of quadrilateral. Okay, students, stay safe, stay calm, and stay at home. Okay, students, be healthy. Thank you for watching this digital class.